What up, guys? Okay, that was probably awkward, but my name is Shayna and I am starting a YouTube channel. I already have an Instagram and website, bostonandbeyond.com. So sauce that a follow. You guys are probably gonna make fun of me because I just said sauce, but yeah. So starting this YouTube channel, I wanted to make the first video obviously like something interesting to grab your attention. So I have like top 3 worst things that happened to me in foreign countries, I guess you can say. I gave my Instagram followers an option of getting my appendix out in Rome and then getting like weirdly scammed / potentially could have gotten kidnapped in Barcelona. So it was like 55-45 for Barcelona. So that's why this video is titled That Time in Spain. So I studied abroad in 2018 in Rome for the whole spring, and I traveled literally every weekend. I think I was somewhere new. So I had some friends that have been to Barcelona, one of my best friends, and now my boyfriend studied abroad there. So everyone really hyped up Barcelona, and me and my roommate Sam loved Madrid. Alright, we're just gonna hopefully pretend that that last part recorded, I guess, but yeah, so we had this spring break. It was like 12 days. So we did Paris for like 3, Nice for like a few days, and then Barcelona for like 5. And I'll just like hop into this story, I guess. Alright, and then I'll kind of tell you guys like what I've learned from it, I guess you can say. Like, yeah, learn from my downfalls, I guess. Okay, I just had to pause that because there was a spider crawling on my leg. So we booked this Airbnb private room, please note, in February, and our spring break was in April because we were just like, let's get the best place in Barcelona. So we found this private room in like what we thought was a good area of Barcelona. It had like a huge pool in the picture, like the room looked nice, everything about it looked fine. It had like a lot of good reviews, so we're like, alright, we're just gonna get this room. So we fly into Barcelona at like 12 at night with some of our guy friends happened to have like the same trip as us, so they were staying kind of near us, so we split a cab and we get to this place. If I can figure out how to insert pictures, see picture here. Covered in graffiti, and we already were kind of like, okay, the street was super loud, but like that's just Spain at night, so we didn't really think anything of it. Calling this guy, like 20 minutes, no answer. So we're kind of like, well, shit. And the guys were like, okay, we're gonna make sure you guys get in fine, it's like very late at night. So finally, this guy answers, just buzzes us in. Doesn't tell us what flippin' apartment to go to, so we're just climbing up all these stairs. Luckily, like, Sam had like a duffel bag and I had a small suitcase and a backpack, so we're just climbing up all these stairs, and finally I hear like hola, and it's just this guy, and we just followed his voice to his apartment. It literally looked like he just got up out of like a dead sleep. Looked so tired, so we walk in, start speaking Spanish to us, which weird because like everything on it was in English, so we were kind of thrown off, and I'm pretty good with Spanish, so I started talking to him, and we're obviously super hyped about this like penthouse pool. So Sam's like, oh, ask about the pool. So I'm like, donde está la piscina? Saying like, where's the pool? And he goes, there's no pool. Dude, literally the first picture you have on your Airbnb is this nice pool. Okay, what the hell? And he goes to show Sam the bathroom, and I'm just like, what the bleep, what the bleep? Excuse my French. And so he shows us to our private room, and our 2 guy friends are like, okay, bye, like, thanks. Sorry if you're watching this, but like, okay, like, see you later. And so we go in the room, and it's just not how it looked in pictures at all. I think like, I want to say the window like either didn't open or there was like weird like bars on the window or something. That was already super sketchy. And we closed the door and me and Sam just looked at each other like, what is occurring? This room doesn't look anything like the pictures. This guy says there's pool and there's not. Like, this is just super weird. Start like looking at stuff more closely. And we're like, okay, first things first, let's lock the door. And most private rooms on Airbnb, like, at least have a lock, no lock. And then, I hope I have a picture of this still. Like where the door hinges is cracked. So we're like, what occurred that made this door hinge crack? We're just like looking at the stuff. It looks a little dirty in there. Like all the artwork that was in there is gone. Like the room's literally a 2x4 and it's so loud because these people outside. And we're like, none of this was mentioned to us. This is super weird. So Sam calls her parents, and as she's calling her parents, I'm literally like this around the room, like videotaping every single square inch of this room to make sure that when we try to get a refund for this place, we can. So I'm snapping pics and everything. And we just hear like footsteps. And I'm like, this guy might be able to hear us, but like he clearly doesn't seem like he understands English, so that's like a pretty good thing, I guess. Her parents are saints and they're like, we're just gonna get you a hotel room, guys. Like, this is so weird. Like, you guys need to get out of here. It'd be one thing if you could like lock the door, but like you can't. I don't even think we got a key, which is weird now that I think about it. So they're like, okay, just dip. So I don't even know if I had cell service at this point, so I order a taxi. It's called My Taxi, and it's basically like Uber for Europe-ish. I call My Taxi, and me and Sam are like, okay, we need to get out of here, but we need to make sure that this man doesn't hear us get out of here, because he's gonna be like, what the hell, where are you going with all of your luggage? You just got here and it's 1 in the morning. We go outside. I literally take my phone and just like, boom, flashlight. It's not coming on right now. Okay. But yeah, so I put my flashlight on and I still like can remember this clearly in my head. We go up to like the door, and if you've been to Europe, you've probably seen some like weird door locks like this. So I've seen them like a few times before, but there was literally no door handle to open the door. Looking at Sam, and I was like, I can't open the door. I don't know how. And I literally don't know how she got the door open, but she somehow did. And we closed it super quietly and like ran. Literally like ran down the stairs. I could have sworn there was probably like 75 stairs because I was out of breath when I walked up them. But we like sprinted down, went on the street, our My Taxi was there, hopped in there, and got to a hotel. So we were safe, which, thank God. But so now we call Sam's parents back and they're like, hey, can you guys send us the Airbnb link? I can't find it. So I'm like, yeah, okay. I send them the link and it says like, no Airbnb available. Link does not work. So weird. So I look on my Airbnb. He took off the posting, but I could still see it on my phone. So I'm like, just like scrolling through, you know, looking at the reviews, because I'm like, why did other people think this place was so great? We all do this. When you look at reviews, you don't look at like 60, you look at the top like 4 or 5. So that was what we did when we booked this place. We looked at like the top reviews, the most recent ones. So it's different people. It's like the top like 5 are different people. But then I keep scrolling and it's the same people saying the same things. So it obviously was just copied and pasted. Like, these people obviously didn't actually stay at this Airbnb. Like, there's no way, because it's the same person at a different date but saying the same shit. That's sketchy. The fact that he took off the Airbnb after we got there, weird. The fact that he said there was a pool, no pool. There's no lock on the door, there's a crack on the door handle, and all the reviews are fake. So yeah, moral of the story, we basically like got scammed out of this Airbnb, and like God knows what would have happened if we actually stayed there. Like, maybe it would have been fine, maybe it wouldn't have, but like, I'm glad we didn't stick around to find out. So the next day, we call Airbnb because we're like, we're homeless after today. We have to check out at 11. Let's like try to get our money back. So I'm talking to them and I'm like, listen, like we literally left and went to a hotel last night. Like this Airbnb was so sketchy. And he's like, okay, like just send me the videos and whatever you took. I send it to him and he gets them and he's looking at them on his computer and he's like, oh my god, yeah, this is totally not what the pictures look like at all. And I was like, yeah, he said there was a pool, like look at this pool on this Airbnb and there's no pool. And he's like, okay, wow, this is totally not up to our standards and totally not okay, like we're gonna give him a big fine and give you all of your money back. Sick. Okay, good. And then we booked a hotel and we hadn't eaten in like 20 hours, so it's like 2 o'clock after we checked into this hotel. We go to find food and Sam kept being like, I hope this guy never finds us / contacts us. And I'm like, no, like we'll be fine, he won't find us or contact us. I look down at my phone at lunch and it's him. I'm gonna try to read the message for you. Okay, so I tried to find this email of this guy. First of all, it was by the Sagrada Familia, which is like a big church in Barcelona. Ugh. So I've heard that was like a really good area for multiple people. Let's see. So this is the pool. I don't know if you can see this, but I'll post it like on this video. Bruh. Okay, we paid $410 for this. His name is Roberto. I'm gonna see if I can access it. This listing is no longer available. That's awesome because I don't need anyone else to get robbed from this man. Well, basically, like, he messaged us after the next day. Sick. I found it. Alright, so I found this message. I'm gonna Google Translate it. Hey girls, Lanchica. Okay, first of all, this is Google Translate, not translating right. The cleaning lady told me that you weren't in the apartment this morning, which is such a lie. Airbnb clearly contacted you. I do not know what the problem is. I have heard from Airbnb that you felt insecure. I honestly do not know why, because the neighborhood is the most... Okay, wow, this literally makes no sense when I'm translating it. Basically, he's saying, I honestly don't know why this is one of the safest neighborhoods in Barcelona. The fact that the door below was covered in graffiti is not a representation of the apartment. It is presented in the photos, which is not true. The pool clearly puts an announcement that it is communal and not available all year, which is not true. You came home at 2 in the morning, also not true. Do not expect to find crowded streets. Well, that's weird because they were crowded. I am honestly surprised by this decision and your attitude of insecurity for no reason. That POS basically was like, you guys had no reason to feel insecure or unsafe in this place, which I don't know what you want me to tell you. Your place was sketchy. But yeah, so we got this like angry message from this man on Airbnb and we didn't respond. I think like I blocked him on Airbnb and hopefully this man never has an Airbnb for another person. Since I looked at it right now, it seems like he doesn't because I tried to just like go on his Airbnb account and he's not there. And I'm glad that this situation turned out the way it did, not worse, but like still not ideal. And then this is where it gets funny. I tell my friend later, I was like, we literally had to flee to a hotel because of this situation. He goes, yeah, like it looked sketchy and like I didn't know if I should leave you guys there. Bruh. Now, I'm not trying to roast this person, but to all of you out there whose friends may be traveling and you see that it's potentially sketchy, do not let them stay there be like, hey, let's go out in the hallway for a second. Let's chat. I don't know. Just do something so they don't stay with some random man and lied about the whole thing on Airbnb. For all of you people out there, don't be bystanders in situations like this. So, moral of the story, we're alive and well right now. However, after this, like, I'm super sketched out when it comes to staying in Airbnbs or like basically anywhere that's not a hotel, because at least with a hotel, like, you know, there's locks on the door and you know there's staff there and like security, hopefully. But with Airbnbs, it just kind of shows that like you never really know what you're gonna get, and that people can easily fake a place and get two people from America to believe that they're gonna have a private pool. So I survived. Me and Sam both survived. Now I'm telling you guys about it. So yeah, if you guys like this video and like want to hear more, subscribe, like, comment, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if I'm being dramatic, even though you guys definitely wouldn't know how it felt unless you were there, so don't let me know if I'm being dramatic. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna leave you guys with some final like tips for booking places. Read the reviews because they could be fake, apparently. I don't know how Airbnb like even let this guy make fake reviews. I don't know. I'm a little confused. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. And honestly, like, look at hotel prices. Like, this Airbnb was basically the same price as a hotel, so like, check out all of your options and weigh them before you make a final decision of places you're booking. So, and with that, I hope you guys really enjoyed my first YouTube video. I hope I wasn't like too awkward. I probably was. Let me know if you guys want me to make more, either about like my scary travels, travel tips, like best places I went. Yeah, so thanks guys.